Can you introduce yourself? Name, country, why you came to Turkey, how long you've been here?
Okay, so I'm Marvin. I'm from Germany. I came here for an Erasmus semester in industrial design, and I've been here since nearly a month now.
What was your first impression when you arrived in Turkey?
So my first impression was mostly being overwhelmed by the huge city and the public transport. I didn't have a SIM card and no data, so I really was depending on public Wi-Fi's, which there's not a lot, and that was a surprise. But I found out that Turkish people are very helpful and empathetic, and they helped me a lot.
How do you find youth life in Turkey compared to Germany? Cafes, nightlife, meeting friends, etc.
So I think exploring the city isn't just for foreigners in Istanbul. I think it's a huge part of the social life, and everyone is going into cafes and bars. That's a big thing here. In Germany, I used to have a lot of my, partying life surrounded around house parties. Those are not common in here. Neither are shared flats. So that's a big difference, but I think I can adapt, and it's been pretty much fun so far.
Germans are seen as very punctual and structured. How do you experience Turkish people's sense of time?
So I'd say you can feel the difference. It's more relaxed in here, but that's a good thing in my opinion. Like, I was struggling with punctuality and being on time always in Germany, and of course with the new environment and adapting to it, I wasn't really good at it in the first few weeks, but I enjoy the less pressure, less stressed environment.
Was there anything about public transport or city life in Istanbul that felt very different from Germany?
Yes. Public transport is still a mystery to me. Like, there's not really a single application you can go and look at, and then you know when your bus is coming. It's really just a matter of experience and knowing what kinds of buses are going what kinds of directions. So then I still need to figure that out. And they aren't on a strict schedule like they are in Germany. In Germany, you always know exactly when they should come, also with the trains. And then they come too late and you're annoyed or something. But in here, it feels like less strict, and there's not a certain time you can expect the bus to come. But I think it works out in the end because everyone has this system and uses it like that. So they can understand if that causes you to be late or something.
What small culture differences stood out to you in your first month?
Two things. Very big difference is how much Turkish people are willing to help you, and like the empathy to really put themselves in your shoes and stay with you until the problem is solved. German people are always in their own heads and having their timelines and rushing. They don't have time for somebody else, and that's not the case at all in here. I was very surprised. And the traffic is very different. So there's less rules for sure. The zebra stripes are not real in here, like, and people are more used to jaywalking. Like everyone just walks over the street, and the cars aren't so they aren't reacting so extreme as in Germany. They're not reacting at all, actually. Like you have to time yourself to the cars, and in Germany they would be very surprised and like hit the brakes and honk at you or something. In here it's so normal. You can go over any street in any direction, and I like it.
Is there something in Turkey that felt completely new to you? Something you'd never experienced in your country?
Yes, that was the traffic. Yes.
Have locals treated you differently because you are foreign? Any fun or unusual story?
I can't think of an exact story, but I know that there's like a very different way of treating tourists compared to Turkish people. Like in the bazaar, for example, you get higher prices if you're a tourist, and in a taxi you have to be very careful. And especially because when they ask where I'm from and I say Germany, I think I get even more higher prices. But I cannot act Turkish yet. Like I need a lot more practice with the language and the dialect to figure out how to seem Turkish. But all in all, very welcoming people, and they mostly get more, like in personal conversations, people are instantly more interested in you when they find out you're from somewhere else.
If a friend from your country visited Turkey for the first time, what would you recommend they try or do?
So in Istanbul, there's pretty much something for every interest or hobby. It would depend on the friend, but I think a general thing I can recommend is to try all of the different foods they have in here. There's so many. I knew a lot and I thought I knew all of them, but there's so much more. And really get in contact with the people living here and what they enjoy, what kind of places they can recommend, and you'll have a great time.
Do you think your perspective on Turkey has already changed in just 1 month? If it has changed, how?
I knew some Erasmus people doing an Erasmus I knew some Erasmus people that came from Turkey, and they already gave me some impressions of the culture, and I was pretty much open to anything. But I am kind of surprised. I'm kind of I'm kind of not familiar with how religious the city is. I talked to a lot of Muslim people in here, and it was very nice conversations. But you can really feel how the society is shaped in a different way, like that. And in Germany, the religion is not very present in your everyday life.
Thank you so much. We finished.